What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve Nato, and we're here today with a very special pickup. As you guys can see, this is the Air Jordan 1 85, one of 23,000 pairs that Nike and Jordan created for this release in 2020. They dug deep into the vault and created the original silhouette and look and style of the Air Jordan 1 that came out in 85 and released it here for us in 2020. So it comes with a lot of crazy small details, a lot of very interesting things in the box, and some shoe bags that include the exact number out of 23,000 that this pair is right here. So I gotta say, big ups to my brother on this one. There were 3 Foot Lockers in the United States that dropped these today via the app reservation, and my brother hit at the one in New York and passed these along to me for the video. So again, shouts out to him, but so glad to have this video for you guys and this pair in hand. The only thing I will say that's a little bit different from my regular videos is this pair is not my size, so I'm not gonna do the typical on feet portion of the video here. We're just gonna do a full review and up close look at the shoe. So I will say, if you guys are new to the channel here today, thank you guys so much for stopping by. As I just explained, most of my videos here are showcasing all the new sneakers that I pick up that I want to share with you guys on YouTube. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. There is so much coming out in 2020 and for the rest of the All-Star Pack here for the rest of this week. But with all that out of the way, we need to jump right into this video here of the Air Jordan 1 85. So let's go.
All right, so here we are with the sneakers, and right off the bat, you guys can see this really nice leather material on the shoes, on this entire upper. There's a bit of a close look, but before we dive too deep into the shoes, I like to take a look at the box and the extras included. So as you can see, there's some shoe bags that the shoes are sitting on top, but if we look at the box first, it's actually this Jordan Retro box that we've seen on the Fearless ones that have come out this past year, but on the size tag itself right here, we do see Air Jordan 1 High 85 in varsity red, black, and varsity red. This is a size 11, and the retail price was $200. Now onto the extras and checking out what came inside the box. So first off here, the first thing I saw was this tissue paper included here. Something new we've seen from Jordan, so just with the different logos and sort of see-through. And when I first opened the box, it was that tissue paper, and then underneath was the 2 shoe bags that came with each shoe individually wrapped in each one. And as we can see, Nike Air written on top. Really nice cloth material here. And the strap that comes in between is actually a set of laces with, some metal aglets there. So pretty cool. And just one bag actually has the number out of 23,000. But if we zoom in here, we can see this pair is 15,746 out of 23,000. So really cool, and glad to have this pair in hand for sure here. Next up, taking a look at how the shoes actually come in the bags. As you can see, the bags are definitely a little bit bigger than the shoes, but the shoes came, 1 shoe in each bag. We could see those lace bag connectors up at the top, and each bag actually came with the shoe individually wrapped in just white wrapping paper. So they really did it up with the presentation here and made sure the shoes were nice and secure inside the box. Now putting everything back together and focusing again on the sneakers, if we start down at the bottom, as you can see, it's primarily white, black, and red. And we see that red outsole with that white midsole on top, so the classic Jordan 1 look here. And on the lateral side, as I mentioned at the beginning, you got this really nice leather material all across the lateral side here in red and black. There's a good look at the swoosh in the mid panel, all the way up to the wings logo up top in the Air Jordan. Very nice. And as we move to the toe box here, we can check out that very nice quality leather toe box. And there's a pair of red laces already in the sneakers. Moving to the front here, as we mentioned, that leather running up, we got that black on the toe box. Take a peek at the red laces. Moving all the way up the tongue, it's a black tongue with the classic Nike Air up top. And inside the sneaker, we do have some numbers as well as the size. So we got a size 11 here, and that is printed on the inside of both sneakers. Now attached to the lateral side on the left sneaker, the iconic hang tag that comes here, the Jumpman right there wearing a pair of 1s. As you open it up, there's tons of details. I'll focus here for a second if you guys want to pause it and read through, but really cool information on the Air Jordan 1 High right there, explaining some of the materials and design there. On the back, just the Nike logo in the top corner. And we also get a pair of black laces attached as well. Moving to the back, everything wraps around to a very clean looking back heel of the Air Jordan 1 85. Got that midsole moving up to that nice leather. Black on red and black up at the collar. Now, if I turn on the flash and move the tongues back to look inside the sneakers, as I mentioned, we got the writing on the inner wall there, black all on the inside to a black insole with the red Nike Air Hit. Got the size tag in there, but really, really cool thing that they included is this Jordan Brand Rubber Company Limited, size tag right there explaining the model, code, all this stuff that came on the 85 pair. So as we see at the bottom, date November 14th, 1984. Jordan Pro BB, made in China. We got that written on both sneakers here. Excellent touch to just wrap it all up like the original here. And as we take a closer look at the size tag, there's a full look at it for the numbers and information on the 85 ones. And now if we change the orientation, one thing you might have noticed in the last piece here, but I thought it was interesting that those tags are actually reversed from, the actual way you put your foot in the sneaker. So pretty interesting design. I guess that's how it was back in 1985, but pretty cool that I'm guessing they kept it consistent with that. Aside from all that, there is, the shoe trees that come inside the shoes right out of the box. And the last thing I did want to show is the writing on the back. I believe it's the same writing that we see on the back of Air Jordan 1s here in 2020. Just, all the writing there on the back for Nike and Jordan and everything included there. You can see the red laces and everything tied together here. Lastly here, keeping the flash on, we can take a look at the outsole on the 85 ones right here. So it's a little bit different than, ones that we see here in 2020. Primarily up here, up at the toe and along the side there, but basically the same, but just paying homage to that 85 pair back in 1985. And now that we have taken that full up-close look and dove in deep to the 85 Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG, it's time to give you guys my final opinions and ratings and discuss the shoes at retail price here. So let's dive in.
All right, so now there we have it for the up-close look at the 85 ones. So now it's time to give you guys my full review and rating on a scale out of 10 of this sneaker right here. Talk a little bit about it at retail price and at resale price, kind of gauge where it's at the market and give you guys my final opinions. So as we went through the video, as I said, the quality on it is really nice. The extras definitely over the top. I think they did a great job. The retail price of $200 compared to Air Jordan 1s releasing now in 2020 is either $160 or $170. So the little price hike, at least at retail price, not a bad move by me. I think totally fair for what we get included and what they did to the shoe. Obviously, it's a representation of the Air Jordan 1s that came out back in 85, and I love that they do that. I love that they're bringing that back. It really cycles through the history, brings it up for conversation again, and keeps things moving in this industry, and I'm really glad to see it. My only issue with a lot of these sneakers that are really limited is just that fact that they are really limited. And I think it's a shame. I would love to see Jordan produce more products so that more people who, genuinely want it can get it in their hands. I think it's a great shoe. Obviously, you cannot go wrong with a black, red, and white Air Jordan 1. This one in particular, really, really nice. The shape obviously is not the shape that we're used to in 2020, but this is the OG version that, draws the shape back to its original form. So, some people might like it, some people might hate it, but it pays homage to what was created originally in 85. So I'm a big fan. I think it's just really good all around. I like that they made this release limited, but like I said, would have liked to have seen it more widespread so that more people could get their hands on it. Overall, though, I think it's a great shoe. I think the quality is really nice. And like I said, I think it more than lives up to the $200 price point for where we're at in 2020. So finally, it sort of deems, the question of, is it worth it to buy on the resale market? And that question's sort of beyond me. At this point, they're going for a lot of money. I've seen prices over and, above $1,000. So if that is worth it for you, I say go for it just because it's a really good sneaker. And my hunch is that they might continue to just go up over time because there's literally a finite amount, that 23,000 pairs, that each one is numbered. So my guess is that they'll continue to go up in price over time. So I think if there was a time to grab it, it might be around now. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Like I said, I'm, very happy and very pleased to have this pair in hand. I think it's really good quality all around. And if it's something you're on the market for, I say go for it. I think it's a really good shoe. So if I had to give you guys my final rating and opinion on a scale out of 10, I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. I really don't have many problems with it. I think it's just a solid shoe. I would have just liked to see a bit of a more widespread release, or maybe more silhouettes like this paying homage to the 85 version in 2020. It's still very early in the year, so maybe they're planning to do that, maybe not. I'm not really sure, but we'll stay tuned to check it out. Like I said, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel here. I post content like this, and we'll continue to get all the best new releases to share with you guys here on YouTube. So thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. That does pretty much wrap up the video for today. So like I said, leave those comments down below. We'll continue the conversation down there. But thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you guys again real soon on the next video.